Hey Nadia, how are you? How are you doing today? Happy belated Mother's Day. I hope you had the kind of day you wanted to have. Thank you for joining me. Hey, Miss Empath, how are you? Yeah, I thought maybe, 'cause I had a little something to say. So I said, let me see where everybody else coming from. You know, thank you, Nadia. I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, I had some things that I wanted to say on the subject. I said, why don't I see what everybody else thinks about that? Thank you, empath, and the same to you if you're a mom. Yeah, I had a nice, relaxing day yesterday. I fixed something, instead of going extravagant, I just popped some wings in the air fryer and baked a couple of small potatoes, and that was it, and just watched movies. I have a lot of movies that I saved on my DVR. I have satellite. And so I just, why my nose is itching. What does that mean, y'all, when the nose is itching? I know when your hand itch, they say money's coming, but what about your nose? Anyway, yeah, simple is delicious. Yeah, I just seasoned them bad boys. Didn't put any kind of coating or flour, nothing. I just made some naked wings. Yeah, I just woke up kind of late because I couldn't get to sleep last night, and I just I don't know. I stopped with the caffeinated coffee, you know, because sometimes I only have one cup of coffee a day, but if I have a cup, sometimes I don't have it to 12:30 or 1, and that's too late to have caffeine. So I switched over to some decaffeinated just to see if I would sleep better. So I kind of woke up and early to feed my dogs, and then I went back to sleep. So I got a late start today. Yeah, yeah. It was peaceful, Nadia. It was relaxing. Uh, of course, I got my phone calls and texts wishing me a happy birthday and virtual flowers. And they come up with some really pretty things, those virtual flowers that you get. They're really pretty. They're really pretty. So you guys, even if it's just the two of us, the three of us, I'm expecting more people in. Um, you want to start the chat now? You want me to start it off? Thank you, Nadia. Yes, hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Let me get my phone for a second. Yeah, I sometimes I say let's wait for a few more people, but yeah, let's start that discussion and get it going. Because sometimes if you go into lives and they're not already in the discussion, they don't stay or they don't comment. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Let me turn that down. I don't want to echo. Yeah, I kind of wanted to find a live, but I said, no. And I did find one live, and I just, I was just going along with the conversation. It was a pretty good conversation, and but I was going into one of the lives that I know the person a little bit better, so I was just it was late though, so I imagine a lot of people were asleep that I usually um, have conversations with. Yeah. Hold on. So anyway, I wanted to kind of hit on can you be friends with your exes? Are you friends with your exes? And let me just say this first, my opinion. In order to stay friends with an ex, whether it be an ex husband or fiance or what have you, I think that at first you have to have a mutual respect for each other because, of course, you don't want anybody in your circle, whether it's romantic or platonic, whatever you don't want anyone in your perfect that don't respect you. So I think that's the number one thing. If you two guys have a mutual respect for each other, I think that friendship you can have that. Um, my ex-husband, my kid's father, I respect him, and I'm not ashamed to say it. And I would say it to his face, behind his back, sideways, and around. I don't have a respect for him. Um, Anybody that knows me knows that already. But for the people in the back, yeah, I don't have a respect for him. I don't have a respect for any man that won't work. Not say cannot work, because some people on disability, they put into system, something happened. Uh, mm-mm. Hey, party music DJ. And Nadia said, absolutely. Nadia says, I agree. I also think with tone and an understanding is possible. Yes, yes. Empath says, I tried to be friends with my ex, but he keeps trying to have sex with me. They do. I still very much love my ex, who I ghost. Laugh. I remember you talked about that, empath. I thank you for being transparent, because sometimes I'm a little bit too transparent, and I have to hold my reins down. It's like, hold it, cool it, Marilyn. Okay, if you guys visit each other and support each other and subscribe to each other, do it the right way so it'll stick. Watch all of their video, subscribe, comment so they know you've been there. Do it the right way. Watch the entire video for those who don't know. But I think you guys know, but I just want to repeat it. What you say? I blocked my ex. Girl, you sound like me. Oh, party music DJ. I'm not sure. Are you? I can't tell. I can't see that picture. Okay, look like you're a guy. A little where uh, excuse me for saying that, because usually, a lot of women on here. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Party music. I had to look at the your thumbnail is real small, so I said I don't think that's a girl. But I'm so used to saying girl, child. Excuse me, that's my bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, sometimes you do. Sometimes you have to block them. Yes, find a short video, Nadia. Um, you know, of course, you don't want to go into one of somebody's an hour, 2 hours. I mean, you might want to. A lot of the conversations are good, so you might want to. But if you're time pressed and you just want to do that, and get back to whatever you were doing, like my life, and watch a short video and to make it stick. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna call you G Jockey instead of party music. The whole thing, no. G Jockey, is that okay? Thank you very much. But hey, Miss TR, how are you? How are you? I hope you had a beautiful, peaceful, joyful Wonderful Mother's Day, and that goes for all the mothers. Don't worry, dads. I'll get to you guys on Father's Day. But I just want to make sure that I hit on that today. Um, tried to go to different ones that had made a video, Happy Mother's Day or posted it. Yeah. Thank you for coming in. Don't forget to hit the like button, you guys coming in or going out, preferably coming in. But anyway, we're talking about, can you be friends with your exes? Is that possible? And thank you, Miss TR. Thank you so much. Yeah, I had a peaceful one. I had a very peaceful, a quick dinner and watch movies. Yeah, it was relaxing. And then later on, I couldn't even go to sleep because I drank coffee too late. So, yeah, let me get back to the sub. Did you empath? You blocked yours as well. Sometimes that's what you have to do because it turns into stalking. It turns into stalking. So we don't, no means no. If I don't respond to you, that means I don't want to be bothered. You know, and if I was on that end and someone didn't respond to me when I'm trying to reach out, I would take the hint. I don't know who said this, but Judge Lynn told her, which I like her show because she has a lot of wisdom. She said, "Never you can put woman into this place in place of man, but never let a man tell you twice he don't want you." Okay. I like that one. And I remembered that. I said, oh, and so I watch her. She's on divorce court, but I watch her because she's full of wisdom. Yes, it's a TV show, but she was a judge by trade, and then now she's a TV judge and she goes on different shows as a counselor. So she has many years of wisdom. She's been married, I think, 35 years. She's, and she's not afraid to just cut to the chase and tell men and women where they are wrong, where they're wrong. But if they are bad, crazy, no way. Exactly. Exactly. Now, I touched on this before. There's one guy that I was engaged to, and he's deceased now. That's the only man that I've ever dated that we remain friends. My ex husband, nah, because I have no respect for him. My my ex is a treach. A treach. I'm not sure I know what that means, but I know it's not good. Jockey, I know it's not good. Yeah, and we're not here to bash him, but I mean, I'm gonna be truthful. Like I said, if you can't work and there's circumstances, okay. But he was lazy and wanted to fill his time up with being with his friends. And back in the day, they weren't worried about doing gaming and playing games. Oh yeah, it wasn't about that. Um, he was into. Oh, thank you, Aussie. Good day to you, Asiala. Thank you so much for joining me. I thought this subject might be really interesting about, can we be friends with our exes? And for the most part, I can't. And the one person I could be friends with is dead. So, I hate to say it like that. I mean, he's deceased. And so he's the only guy, you know, my ex husband, no. Mm-mm, no. Um, I wanted to say something, but that would be cold blooded. But I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that for next time. But he wanted to spend his time while I'm at work, mind you, because I'm a hustler, a good hustler. I mean, a 9 to 5, a swing shift, a weekend. I work for the money. I work hard for the money, And now, like I said before, I'm reaping the fruits of my labor. But he wanted to sit around and do drugs. And I'm not talking about just weed, okay? If it was just weed, he needed to mellow out. But if it, uh, so if you don't have a job, how you think you're gonna get money for your recreational stuff? You know you wasn't doing good. You know you wasn't doing the right thing. And so, you know, enough was enough. Now, when I made it almost unbearable for him that he go out and get a job, I think, okay, we were married 10 years. And I think out of those 10 years, he probably held a job, and this is not consistent, off and on, maybe, maybe a year, maybe. And we had separated a couple of times, but I was a, I was a teenager when I got married. Don't advise it to nobody. I don't advise nobody to get married. And he was, he lied, and I found out when I was 19, he was 33. So, those type of men, they look for young girls because we young and dumb. Well, he was old and dumb. Well, 33 ain't old. It's not old, but to be with a 19 is too old for a 19-year-old. I'll put it that way. 33 is not. Let me see. Let me see some of the. Okay. Nadia says, "Oh yes, that's a deal breaker. Since that's hard. Yes, it is. Yes, it is." Ossie says 90% I have all kept close. Sadly, at the time, they both try and hurt each other. Once over that initial hurt, you wish them the best, and then that friendship can be there. Love doesn't vanish, it subsides. Very wise. Then I'm going to tell you like this, Ossie, I didn't love him. And I knew I didn't. I knew I didn't, but I had this when I was a teenager. I had this thing in my head about like I had to get married, like that was the thing to do. I should have followed, shoulda, woulda, coulda, didn't follow my career path. Um, because I talked about this before. Me and a good friend of mine, we were going to join the Navy and then, pursue our education through the Navy, let them pay for it and whatever, whatever. But, you know, I got married. She's married now, I think, but she was smarter than I was. So I'm gonna be honest with you. But sometimes, Aussie, you just can't see. You can't see being friends with that person because it was so much disrespect that you don't even want to. You noticed I have never said my ex's name. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I have to gargle after I say his name. You know what I'm saying? Miss TR says I had a man like that, no job and lazy. Watch my video on TR Night Confessions, the step lip. No, you didn't. Oh, Nadia says, "Oh my God, thank God for discernment as we get wiser." Yes, yes, thank God because as we get older and we go through experiences, there's no way we're gonna repeat those. At least we shouldn't. Learn from your experience, your mistakes. Learn from them. What can you tell, D Jack? You said I can tell. Ozzy says, "Yeah, I get that." Nadia says, party, please. Repost that comment without the curse words, love. Okay, thank you, Nadia. It was really nice compliment without the curses. Thank you, Nadia. Yeah, you guys. This is a no cursing zone. I mean, them little, some words you could misspell on purpose, hint, hint, but some words, it just won't fly on this channel. But I'm sure you had something potent to say, and I need for you to repost it because I know it was good. Yeah, I know he meant well. I didn't get it. Let me go. Let me go in there. I didn't get it, and I can't see it on here. I have to watch it on my live. Okay. I just read it. You better stop, D Jockey. And I still am if you want to know something. Thank you, D Jockey. I had to see. I had to see what you said. Yeah, yeah. What you said you knew here. Okay. Uh, but I appreciate that. But you know what? It was. I was young, and I didn't get that that's not for everybody. I just automatically knew that's the way I thought that was the way I was supposed to I was supposed to get married. I always knew somehow. I don't know why, how that I want that 3 kids, and so I thought them things were, it was just a normal course of my life. But if I stop now and I look back then, I shouldn't have never got married. I shouldn't have never got married. Um, some people nowadays, they 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 they've gone and had their kids. Now I'm not saying people go on out there and have kids and don't be married, but at that time I should have just had my kids, and maybe I shouldn't put it like that because I don't want young people to think that having kids without being married. But I took care of them anyway. With his no working behind, I took care of them anyway. I made sure we went to restaurants to eat. Well, all they wanted was Mickey D's. I made sure that we went to little weekend excursions. I made sure that we went to amusement parks. Who you think took them to Disneyland? Who, and all that. D guy said, "Don't start none now." But you know what? And Nadia says, "I know that's right." But but it's like I didn't need me myself. I didn't need. I shouldn't have never got married, ever, never, ever. I'm not. I'm not cut out with it because once you try to use me, I'm pretty much done with you. And just because I said I do, don't mean I'm going to continue to let you use me. And I don't believe in staying with the kids, staying in the marriage for the kids. I don't believe that because being so unhappy and staying there for the kids. If the mama is unhappy, the kid's gonna grow up. They're gonna be unhappy. I can't be a role model and and I can't. Try to teach them, and thank God, you know, my daughter. She got very good work ethics. You know, she got work ethics where and she likes to build stuff, and she got a husband that thinks the same way. Well, how can you build stuff with somebody that won't work? I said this before, and I'll say it again. I would not be a homeowner if I was married, especially married to that guy over there. Him. I would not be a homeowner because and thank God, I don't want his trifling butt on my deed, you know. Some people just drain the life out of you, suck the life out of you, and then then they go for the next person who they want to take care of them. And then Nadia says, if you sacrifice your happiness, the children will suffer. Yes, they will. They they looking at mama and they daddy. They looking, they see mama going to work and they see daddy leaving, but and I never told them unless they overheard us arguing. I never told them a lot of things. As adults now, oh, they know it. They know it. But as children, I didn't talk bad about him because and not to spare him anything. I didn't talk bad because I didn't want them to know how trifling their dad was. And I apologize to my children to this day. I am so sorry that he your dad. Forgive me. Forgive me. Because without them telling too much, but they don't want nothing to do with him. Because if you didn't take care of them while we were married, guess what, guys? I didn't get no child support. And you think I'm gonna stay friends with somebody like that? Nah, nah, no, no, D Jockey, you got it wrong, Stay for your kids. You better get an LOL on that one. You better do an LOL. And then D Jockey says facts. Thank you. Yeah. Your spirit will die and you can get back. Let's you say, let me say it right now. Let me say it right because I like that. Your spirit will die and you cannot get time back. That's right. But I tell you what I did, and it's funny you said that. When I left and then divorced, I was right at my 30th birthday, 29. I took 10 years back. I took 10 years back. I was like, okay, I'm 19 again. No, that was silly, but that was my way of trying to erase that time. I know it's silly, but that's what I did for the longest. You are so right. Yeah, I just can't be friends with somebody like that. I cannot be friends with somebody. Bottom drillers. Exactly. Exactly. And then read the comments first before I start on my rant. Aussie says, but that's the past relationship. The topic, whether you can be friends and the ex does come down to a point yourself. Ask yourself, yeah, Aussie, I see what you're saying, but I cannot because, believe it or not, by way of somebody else, because I haven't talked to him, that person have not matured yet. He has not matured. I don't want people like that around me. They suck the life out of you. And until I get like on, kind of going through YouTube and, just discussing different things, yes, that's the past. But if you don't learn from your past, you're bound to repeat it. And I'd be doggone if I repeat some BS like that. I mean, real talk. I will kick my own self's butt to repeat something like that. So if you don't learn from that and look there and say, ooh, that was toxic. That is not the kind of relationship that I want around me. I don't want around my kids. And I never, like I said, I never said anything around my kids. They grew up with the absence, and therefore they figured out on their own because he wasn't there. He wasn't there to lead. He wasn't there to support. He was not there to protect. And now that they're adults and you think you're going to come around, oh, my children said, nah, no, I got this. I don't need you no more. And I didn't have to say one word to them. They're old enough now and wise enough now to know that just because somebody gave their sperm does not make them a father. How about that? No, you have to learn from your past. And like I said, this is the I don't even talk about this until the subject comes up, and then I'm pretty transparent. I got to talk too fast, and my brain won't catch up. My mouth rather. I try to talk about it to make a point. And if somebody is contemplating marrying somebody, describing the person I just described, maybe on a replay, somebody will say, let me think about this. Let me rethink this before I get involved with this dude. You know, maybe somebody will. I'm reading your comment, DJ. He said, "Yeah, baby, dad in drag." I, I, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. So if the truth means he's getting dragged, yeah, I'm dragging him up and down these YouTube streets. uh, because I tell my shortcomings, on this YouTube channel. So why wouldn't I tell his? And I don't even care, DJ. If he getting dragged, that was my intention. I just wanted people to see how, because of somebody else's actions, no, I can't be friends because you did not have respect for me. I did not have respect for you, and you still trifling. So how are we gonna be friends? You know, Outlaw said it pretty much all one's past relationships end with you not being able to speak to them. You need to look at yourself sometimes. And I've taken a good look at myself. I looked at myself and I determined I was the one that was the breadwinner. I looked at myself and I determined that I was the one pregnant that was still working 9 months, had my baby, and went right back to work. I did, Ossie. I looked at myself and looked at someone who wasn't there with their kids when they should have been. I looked at myself and I saw that he was out there trying to sell drugs to get to support his habit. Oh, I looked at myself real good and I said, right on, Marilyn, you should have left him a long time ago and told him to and kicked him to the curb. Yeah, I looked at myself real hard and I could kick my own self's butt for putting up with it. I looked a lot at myself. And I determined that this is only being said because of the subject, and maybe somebody will learn from my mistakes. But I don't regret leaving. I don't regret any of the things that I'm exposing. And if it means that I am dragging him to let people know why some people, but I think that you're saying like a broad subject. Because I tell you what, Ossie, if anybody listening to me come to the conclusion that after what I said about him, that you can be friends with someone, oh, I think more of myself to be friends with someone like this. If he's the kind of person, if he came on my channel because he would have nothing to offer, I would block him. I would block him. Not baby dad, him. Party, lol. No baby daddies over here, only him. Yeah, him. Yeah, him over there. Ossie says, amen to that. My comment wasn't true. Oh, I know. I know. Once I read it, I know you made a general statement, but I was just saying, some people, Ossie, you cannot have in your life under no circumstances because they don't bring anything positive to the relationship. I mean, it's no way that any of you guys listening to you on lives and going to your channel, is no way that any of you could have befriended him. Not, if he was my husband right now, you guys would say, Marilyn, get out of that relationship. You too good for him. Yeah, I knew. I took it as a general, but then I had to take it in a little bit to just show you how that applied to me, what you were saying. That I looked at myself plenty of time. And like I said before, I had to work because, and when I left and I was a single parent, which I was scared. I don't know why I was scared to leave at first, you know. Nobody wants a marriage to dissolve, but then you're into something that you can't stay into. So it's really, I can't describe it. It really still seemed like, oh, I failed at this for a short season. I feel like that for a short season. After a while, it's like, who cares? They become toxic. Yes, Miss TR. Him, Nadia, him over there. Keep him over there. And you know what? Somebody told me some things, and I surely didn't ask because I didn't know anybody that was, kept in contact with him on a regular basis. Here and there maybe, but not on the but somebody who he's still trifling. So at this point, still my kids are adults now and they make their own decisions, but I still don't want him around my children because he I was gonna say something, let me stop. But I still don't. Don't laugh at me, Nadia. I still don't. Ossie says, I think for the most part, I am accepting, but I do have a low tolerance level. I do. I do. It's hard when you lose your way and try to find one's way back to the person they really are. Yeah. And Ossie, AQT came on. Um, Maybe not the last live, but one of my lives she came on and she asked me a question and she said, do you think somebody with mental illness can hide it? And I told her only for a short time, only for a season, it's gonna come out. See, at 19 years old, sometimes, you don't, that's why I don't, for the most part, there's exceptions to every rule. For the most part, I said, girl, don't you get married. Guy, don't you get married at 19. Build up some experience, know some of life's experience first. But at 19, I didn't know. All I know that my father worked and he took care of 8 children. My mother worked when she wanted to work. And basically when she worked, she bought all of my siblings are older than me, and then me and my sister next to me, we were both in high school together. I was a freshman and she was a senior. When my mother worked, she just supplied us with clothes, whatever we needed for high school or, whatever. And I did 2 years in Chicago and the last 2 here in Cali. But looking back, I never had a hungry day in my life. I don't know what that is. I never had a hungry day in my life. I'm gonna tell you, and this may have been good, but that's what my dad do. I don't know what happened, but my dad took me someplace with him. We were just riding, and he was just talking to me and telling me things, and I'm just listening because I was a daddy's girl, always was. And he took me to the horse races at 5 years old. Was I four? But I remember that he took me to the horse, the harness race, not the one where they're on the back, and he took me to harness racing. But he showed me. He spent time with me. I remember him trying to explain things to me. I had no idea what he was talking about, but he was communicating with me. He was bonding with me at 4 years old. I remember he took me and he got a beer and a hot dog and got me. He didn't give me a beer. He got me a soda. We called it pop then. He gave me a pop and a hot dog. We went back to our seats and whatever. And I was looking and I said, "What is that you drinking?" I remember this conversation so clearly, and I was little. "What is that you drinking?" He said, "You want to taste it?" And I thought it was a different brand of pop. So yeah, I want to take that. I want to taste that, Daddy. He gave me a sip of that. Oh, that was the worst thing. And it was icy cold, but still I knew it was something I didn't want to taste again. It took me a long time afterwards, and I still had to have it icy cold to even drink another beer. All through my 20s, all through my 30s, and I'm gonna stop there. I did not want a beer. So I know he shouldn't have gave me a taste, but little kid, let me have some, let me have some. And I was like, daddy's girl. He said, I know you're not gonna like it. And he gave me a sip. But we had bonding time. So I had much love and respect for my dad. And that's what I expected when I got married. That my husband was going to do like my dad, have that bonding time with me. And he used to pay me. He loved to have his head scratched. He didn't have much danger, but he just loved to get his hair combed, his head massaged, whatever. So I did that up until I was like 17. And then I started charging him too much. And so then my little niece inherited the job. But I'm just saying, fathers having bonding time with their kids. And I think that's why I didn't put up with a no working drug taking guy. I want to say something else because of the memories of my dad. I knew I was worth more because my daddy taught me that I was worth more. So out of my rebellion, I think I got married early because, I thought I was grown and I had had my own apartment since I was 18 because I wanted to experience adulthood. Wasn't ready. Ossie says, "Yes, I remember you discussing people who hide their mental illness. You said you can't always hide it and it reappears, and even when they are tired, it shows a lot." Yes, yes. And I think my ex had a form of mental illness. And I'm not talking about a mental illness like, you know, I think he had the mental illness that he wanted to use people and hurt people and take advantage of people. I think his mental illness was, oh gosh, I can't think of the word for it. Um, like he didn't have to, like he thought he was God's gift to the world. And so somebody was going to take care of him, because he's a gift to women. He even told me one time when I was still young and silly that Oh yeah, I've been approached many a time. Prostitutes wanted me to be their pimp. Well, that's not a compliment, silly. But as a 19-year-old, I was pondering on this. Like I knew I couldn't put it together, but I knew that wasn't a good thing. I knew what a prostitute was. I knew what a pimp was, but I knew that wasn't a good thing. That somebody asked him, "Oh, well, say nowadays, I would just go on and you know call him a trick." Excuse my language, but when I separated, I think he tried with him and divorced him. I think he tried to pursue that. Guys, let me paint you a picture. I don't know how many people have seen Jackie Brown, old movie with Pam Grier, Samuel L. Jackson. Okay, now I can't even think of the man. Remember the man that got out of prison for bank robbery? And Samuel Jackson, he came to when he got out of prison. Samuel Jackson was showing him the ropes and whatever. Oh gosh, I think he's a very known actor. I can't remember, but he was slouchy looking. Oh, okay. Thank you, Ossie. He says that AQT will be here. Thank you, Ossie. Yeah. Oh gosh, I can't remember the actor's name. You can you remember? Have you ever seen Nadia? Have you ever seen Jackie Brown? You know what I'm talking about? That's who my husband looked like. Oh gosh. I mean, I'm a Google it because I can't stand not knowing. And you guys will know who I'm talking about as soon as I tell a name. You guys gonna say, "Oh, everybody knows. Everybody knows this guy, veteran actor." I just can't remember his name because I want to remember it. But I'm gonna bring up the okay Jackie Brown lit cast. Okay, because Robert Foster, he just died. He was in it. He was in love with Jackie Brown. When he saw Jackie Brown walk out of that jail, um, old school music started playing as she was walking down the corridor. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Robert De Niro. That's who my husband remind me in that movie, all slouchy, and Samuel L. Jackson had to go buy him some clothes because he was looking. He said he was looking like he got his clothes from the Goodwill. Now, mine ain't nothing wrong with Goodwill, but these was old, worn out because you got some new clothes, good clothes from Goodwill because I've donated and so I'm not talking about anybody who want to go to Goodwill. But he was, but you don't go to Goodwill to be slouchy. You go to Goodwill because you want a nice set of clothes for an interview or wherever. But yeah, yes, I see a Tarantino film, and he when I first saw that movie, oh, he looked like my husband. A fantastic story with your father at the harness race in Maryland. I used to go with my dad also, and that was good bonding time, wasn't it? But I tell you, he was just as all the things that Robert De Niro. Okay, what's the Lewis? His name was Lewis. Now listen, I got me a half a meal in Mexico, and I'm gonna go over there and I'm get the other meal, and then I'm gonna relax. See, that was my ex. He never wanted to do anything legit. he never he never wanted, and if he did get a legit job, it wasn't for long. Yes, when you start doing, okay, we gonna be a power company up in a couple up in here. It wasn't enough for him. Yeah, I miss my dad, but I've never spoken about it. I try not to think about it too, but that was a happy memory because if I keep on telling you memories, you're gonna see the ugly cry. See, you're gonna see the ugly cry. So, because I still miss my dad, but I'm just telling. I want to give that example to show you what I had in mind for my children, and then when it was not even close to that relationship, I basically wanted to get my kids away from that because it didn't show them anything positive. I would not let a stranger come in my house and do the things he did and set bad examples for my children and expose my children to the nonsense. So why should I let him? Yes, Nadia, him. It's him over there. But yeah, so you can't. I know I went all off onto the left and around the world. But hi, Andy Appleseed, how you doing? How are you? Thank you for joining us today. I hope you had a pleasant day. I appreciate you coming in and joining the live. And the topic is being friends with your ex if you can. Is it possible? Yes, Ossie. Yes. Say hello to Andy Appleseed. I just love that name. Like I love Sincerely Yours, Nadia A. I love that. She thought about that before she named it. She thought about that. But yeah, I just gave that example because, hey, AQT, you're not late. You're just in time. How you doing? I I was just saying you if anybody is in your household being a negative influence and showing them the wrong things of life and showing them not showing them good work ethics and not showing them and not bonding, a parent not bonding with your children. So why are they there? And why would I be friends with them afterwards? Um, is no way. I have a low tolerance level too. And I just, come to the point that, and this is not for everybody, I've said it before, this is for me. I prefer not being friends with anyone like that. I prefer being single because I accomplish more being single. There's no way I could have been with that person and accomplished anything in life. Anything in life. You're supposed to grow. And at a 19-year-old, and throughout the years, I had outgrown him. And now he looked like, mind you, I said I was 19 and he was 33. And as I grew, he was stagnant. It was no growth with him. So I outgrew him, and I remember driving, somewhere, and I look over at him, and I would say, "I married that person. I married him. I married that person," and I would try to figure out as I got older, why did I do that? Why? But you know what? Not that I would want to repeat that, But it did show me how strong I was. It did show me that if I put my mind to something, I can do it. And if I don't get it, I keep on pushing and I might go another avenue, and another route. But I look back and I learned something from that experience. Nadia would drink beer at 5 at the harness racing with her dad. You just say I'm no queen, but hello. Hey, Kitty, you will wear that freaking crown and like it, lady. Oh, oh yes, sir, Aussie. You guys are you guys are crazy. I love it. But I do welcome you, Appleseed. I think I enjoy your content, and sometimes, in Appleseed's channel, he he um, he makes you think about the situation. If it's two people, and I love where I can get on discussion and tell us and tell Andy right, exactly what I feel about it. And you got to admit, Andy, I have made you laugh a few times. Okay, I think we do, AQT. We think that I just think that it's just if somebody's not if someone's giving your impressionable children a negative outlook example, they should go. They should go, or you should go. Somebody should go. Keep your kids and go. Andy says you're a queen in my eyes, AQT. AQT, that Andy is cool. Check his channel out. He's cool. Everybody check each other's channel out. And like I said before, make sure that you watch the whole video when you subscribe, or it may not hit. And if you subscribe and then they come back the next day, they didn't lost, their the subscription that they gain, they'll lose it. So do it the right way, guys. Let me go back to my channel. But yeah, that was I went around the world with it, but it's just hard to be friends with the ex, like I mentioned. Um, I had not heard from him in years, and then he had the nerve to ask someone I know, do you think Marilyn will talk to me? And they say, oh, don't even go there. Don't even go. They stopped him right in his tracks. Don't even go there. It's like, no, I don't like backtracking. I'm all about, looking ahead. But like I said, sometimes you got to take them lessons, them past lessons, and apply it so you don't repeat it. So history won't repeat itself. And I guarantee you guys, history will not repeat itself with me. Aussie says, I fell in love with AQT's comedic talent. Sadly, I soon realized she tries to steal my jokes. So let her steal a few. You got plenty. uh, and Aussie is agreeing with Andy. You were right, mate. She is. Yes, she is. Accept it, AQT. Accept it. Wear that crown. Yeah, but I don't want to just take over. Well, it is kind of a subject I want to talk about. But if anybody else want to share something um, that they don't want to type out, if anybody want to, that's I have to know you. This can't be the first time that you're in my life. I can't open it up to anyone that's it's the first time, sorry. But if anybody want to come on a panel and just kind of give their spin on whether you can be a friend, whether it don't even have to be you. It could be someone that you observed and how they were good friends with their ex, or you don't even have, it doesn't even have to be one of your stories. Excuse me, also pay attention in this class before Miss Marilyn put the content on you and puts you in the corner. That's right. Thank you, AQT. Pay attention, everyone. This may cause you to avoid some problems in the future. You got to pay attention. Thank you, AQT. Get an A plus. So let me know. No pressure, no pressure. But if anybody want to just give a you know an example of something they observed, or it could be about you. It could be about you. Said being Marilyn Gale, did you have AQT on my last? Did you hear AQT on my last live on Saturday 5 hours? Her trying to steal my jokes. You know what, Aussie? You like that corner, huh? Friday and Saturday, I like I had. I don't think you were in the live when I was explaining that I had slept under the fan, and my head was all stuffed up. And so Friday and Saturday, I wasn't feeling good. So I came to your live, and then I just felt, and then I got a little message on my computer, and so I had to get off for a while because around my neighbors, I think somebody was trying to get in, and my security, stopped them. So I had to see what was going on, and which I called the next day, and my Wi-Fi provider, internet provider, and kind of go over some things. And so I'm good. I'm good. But anyway, I wasn't feeling good, so I tried to say a few things and just let you know I was there, but it got the best of me. I should have just let it run, but I just closed down. So no, I didn't see AQT, but I probably needed a lap because I was a little bit under the weather because you know me, I'm a little bit more talkative than I was on your live. But I do like how um, another person was on your live, and they was kind of getting off the subject and said a few things, and you in a nice way you shut it down. I do like that. I do like how you shut that down. In fact, I saw a couple of times, I don't know who shut something down, but someone else came in and you shut them down. And I appreciate that. We don't know where they were coming from. And I think that guy just needed to understand more. I don't think he had an understanding of what he was really saying. Um, but I think you led him to some light. I'll put it that way, and I think he will be better for it. Whether he will be completely in the light, but you led him to some light, and so it's up to him to pursue more. But yeah, you did it. You did it in a good way. You didn't put nobody down. But I enjoyed your life. It is just that I was feeling real, like, and I think some of it may have been in my head, the way I felt, because I had went to the bank, to the ATM, and this lady, you supposed to do social distancing, and this lady just came right to the other one, like, with no covering, no gloves or anything, and that's fine if you want to go around town. But you know what? Keep 6 feet away. I don't know the ins and out. All I know is I don't like nobody coughing and sneezing around me before this thing start happening. I was that way. So of course I'm gonna pay attention now. Yeah, but I think, oh, see, I'm replying to you. I think, let me go back. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm caught up. Let me go down. I can come up, but I am struggle talking to people. Yeah, right. But do you have a story pertaining to the subject? Because I want you to be able to give us an example or an example of how you can be friends. AQT. I was polite to my ex because we had children. Once my children graduated, I haven't had to deal with him until there's a wedding. Yeah, and yeah, um, and a lot of times you can do that. You can keep that civil relationship for the kids because. But what was my ex gonna teach my kids? How to roll a joint, how to mix up a formula and make a little rock. He had nothing constructed to teach my kids. How to be a PIMP. So I didn't want him around my kids. Thank you. Thank you. I did have a good time. I did have a good time. I kind of thought so because Ossie said something about she don't know who you are. Something he said, but like I said, I didn't feel good, so I wasn't catching on to everything. I was like on the late freight. I thought so, and then I saw you in the comments. I said, "Well, no." Like I said, I didn't feel good. Forgive me. I was slow that day. I came to your live on the yellow bus. Yeah, he wanted to debate you on religion, even the basics. He wanted to, and he didn't come equipped because he didn't have anything to back it up with. And you know, people with different beliefs, you believe what you believe, but some things is like, oh no, you are totally lost. Yeah, now I know. Now I know. I suspected, but now I know because you told me. AQT, yeah, I know neither was, but he wanted to debate our faith. Yeah, and we know nobody's perfect, and we know everybody falls short, and we know that not all the time we do what we're supposed to do. But bottom line, even if we just, even if we not walking in our faith, and even if we kind of sidetrack, we understand, okay, God exists. Okay. Now where you go from there, you go from there. But he wanted to debate even the basics but what they say, only a fool's, and I didn't say it, he said it. Only a fool says there's no God. So we'll leave that one right there. Just sending back the love. Oh, good. You do. Thank you, Miss TR. My glasses. Thank you. I'm about to do for another pair, but I'm scared to go get my eyes tested again. It's like I got to get real close. But I guess I don't know how they doing it, the eye doctors. So my eye doctor is back. He was back April 1st, and I was supposed to make an appointment. So, but I just wanted to kind of wait a little bit. So I think they'll do, face protection or whatever. AQT, my kids knew who the stable parent was. I didn't need to bash them to my kids because then I became part of the problem by bash. Right, right. My kids, they knew what was going on. You're right. Kids know. Kids are smarter than what people think. You think you hiding something? Like I said, the little bit they may have known, and sometimes I've tried to go in the garage with it, and we tell each other off inside, whispering. only because I insisted. But they probably knew more than what I was telling them. But I never directly told them, your daddy is so and so. I'm not friends with my ex of 4 years. Me either. Of 10 years. Aussie says AQT totally thought you were hot. He was fixated on you. Thought it was cool. You were squirming. Peanut butter fat. Oh, hey, Peanut Butter. I didn't know you was in the house. I was reading the notes, the comments above. Hey, Peanut Butter. Miss Tiara says the eyeglass places here aren't open. I need glasses because I broke mine. Yeah, it's been, I think I had these going on 2 years. And then I want some more contact lenses. I got a few of them left where you wear them, by the day and you throw them away, but I don't do that. I wear them, put them back in that case, and wear them again and again until I can't wear them no more. I don't throw away no contact lenses after one use. They too expensive, and they know they doing that on purpose. The jar says in time, the kids will know that dad is. That's right. That's right. Because I really do think if my kids would have had some information, they would have told me. If they would have asked me, Mom, you said this, this, and this. So I don't think they heard me or heard us, but I don't know. But I think they would have mentioned it. In fact, I do think my daughter said one time, Mom, you never said anything bad about him. And and I didn't. And you know, they found out for themselves that he's not worth the salt you put in bread. And anybody who baked know what I'm talking about. Peanut butter and he said, I'm always in the house. Squirming in disgust, AQT. I know she's talking to Aussie, those two. uh, Peanut butter says, do you YouTube update? Do YouTube update. What you mean? You talking to me, YouTube? I mean YouTube. You talking to me, peanut butter? Aussie says to AQT, men are attracted to you. That's a good thing. He just ain't getting you. Tell her, Aussie. Tell her. And then sometimes some men, if they're observant, you can give off unapproachable. And they'll read that and say, no, I'm not gonna step to her. She knows she's too good for me, and I do too. Peanut butter, did YouTube do an update? Mine's look different. What you mean on the? What you mean on lives or in general? Because I did notice when I'm on my phone, um, how you have to hit the comments to see all of them. You just don't see the comments after the channels that they're recommending, and then after a video, you see the comments at the bottom. I did notice that. Yeah, yeah. There is a. I thought it was just the way my phone was. So AQT says no man needs to drool to get my attention. Treat me with respect, by my heart is taken. That's right. The bottom line, mutual respect. And that's why, bottom line, after all I said and done about friendships with your ex, you can't have a friendship if you don't have a mutual respect. Yeah, peanut butter. I did notice that. I was, like, why they, you know, why they make that change? It's like some other stuff you're doing, you should pay attention to that. before you start doing some little stuff that don't make a difference, you know, I don't get it. I don't get it. Peanut Butter said, I respect you, AQT. I think he means it. Oh, you meant, but my heart is taken. Okay, you put, okay. Because I didn't know what you meant that part. I kind of knew, but yeah, thank you for clearing that up. Treat me with respect, but my heart is taken. Ooh, ooh. There you go, girl. So I'm just, I just look at some people that, like I said, the only person that I was friends with was a fiance that, we broke up a few times, but we stayed friends. I think because there was a mutual love between us, even though sometimes it's like, okay, you know, things, life happens, and you just don't want to deal with the baggage that may come along, and then you try to work it out, whatever. But I think he's the only one, but he's deceased. So I think but I really do think, even if we were not in a relationship, I believe that we would have been friends. And I like that he was old school. You know what I mean? He, you know, I like music that was made before I was born. I like old school and I like ancient school. I like old classic movies, I like the new movies too, but I can see the art and the entertainment of the old classics in music and movies. Ozzy says to AQT, true that, but I'm going to help you find that heart stiller. Did you file a police report? Theft is theft. Oh, somebody stole her heart. And Ozzy, are you fussing at her? Are you fussing at AQT? Yeah. I think she knows what she. Uh, I really do. I think AQT. If she said somebody is, if her heart is taken, I bet you he's a good guy. Making sure I didn't miss any messages. Let me look at my phone. Any comments? Ozzy, did you want to come on and tell of your experience? And I'm not going to be a whole lot on, a whole lot. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on, because I haven't eaten since breakfast. But I'm good. I'm good for a little bit. Do you want to come on and tell of maybe someone who they're not friends with their ex because of this or that, or they are because of this? Life just happens, or no pressure, no pressure. But just let me know. Except for any new people in AQT, see, I've been in your lives and what have you. So, and you've been on mine. So I don't consider you new people anymore. But if this is anyone's first time, then unfortunately, I can't let you on the panel. Um, it, I, I don't have that much. I appreciate people coming in. No, I would never discuss someone in perfect. You don't call no names. Please don't call no names. No, I discuss people, and even people like my earlier videos, like my first video, even on videos that you needed to get drugged, you needed because you tried to violate a 15-year-old. Even in those videos, and that other person is deceased. I didn't call no names. I didn't tell what relationship they were to me. I kept everything. Only people that knew what I was talking about, they knew who I'm talking about. Everybody else it was just story time for them. And they knew it was personal to me, but they couldn't pinpoint, okay, he's this to her, or this she is this person to her. It was totally no names. Uh, and that was me protecting the people that's left behind. Whether some people, there were children involved. Um, and so I didn't want to call names because some of the children involved may have seen my video and connected the dots if I called names, because some of the children thought this cowardly, no good reflection of a man meant something to them. And they were young and they didn't see that side. So even if those children saw my video, they would have no clue who I'm talking to. I tried to keep, you know, I tried to protect the innocent, you know. And one day they'll know the truth about this person, but it won't be from me. But I respect that though, Ossie. I know what you mean. I know, I know what you're saying. Both of my parents, AQT, both of my parents are with the Lord. Um, he, you know, you never together more than more than 60 years. Well, not quite, almost. So they were together. AQT says when my parents sat my sister and I down to tell us they were getting a divorce, we looked at each other and said, "Thank goodness, what took so long?" I know. It's like you love them both and you wanted them both to be happy, and one probably couldn't have said nothing bad about the others. I know you don't talk about my daddy. No, you don't talk about my mama. Ah, yeah, they are they still together? Exactly. Yeah, it's like, but that's good though. That's good. That meant that most they spent time with you, quality time. you know just because somebody's your parent, that don't mean they know how to bond with you. Yeah. Hi, how are you, Marie? How are you? Thank you for coming in. We were talking about other things, but we were also talking about being friends with your ex. Is it possible? Do you even wanna? No, they remarried others, and my father is in heaven now. Yeah. Okay, AQT. He might know my mom and dad. He might know. We don't know. And then probably looking at both of us AQ, say, look, hey, all the way across the country, and now they know each other and laughing and have a good old time. I don't know all this, but we don't know either. They might know each other and having a grand time talking about you and talking about me. Yeah, to each other. That's good. My it's like Aussie. Sometimes it's a little hard to think back. So you try to think about something that'll make you laugh. 'Cause my mother used to make me laugh and say little stuff, and I'd say it back, and then oh no, it was. Let me stop. Aussie says AQT. My parents were together until my dad died. Yeah, yeah, years. I bet you years. AQT, even though they divorced, you have grown up with strong morals, which is enduring. Yeah. Um, I watch other people, you know, they divorced and co-parented. Children are grown. Um, one parent didn't have anything nasty to say about the other one, and that's good. But yeah, I can tell how Aussie interacted Saturday. That some things are just off limits. Take that someplace else. And I did. I felt like I want everybody here to feel safe. No trolls are coming in and people gonna come in just to attack people, and I'm just gonna let it happen. No, no, not gonna happen. You know, that's why you get mods. Because even with peanut butter on his lives, oh, you're not coming on to his live to start some mess. He will tell you, no, you don't bring that to my life. Somebody none of us know or whatever, don't bring that to my life. He will tell you in a heartbeat. None of us who wanna have a good channel, have a channel where you can just discuss things without somebody, they go from channel to channel, live to live, just to get a rise out of people. Mm-mm, won't happen. AQT is thinking, Aussie. She says that means a lot to me for you to say that here. Well, he knows you better than we do, and I believe what he said. I believe it, AQT. Aussie is such an amazing man. Everyone sees what he stands for and is commendable. Hmm. A little bit of time I'm glad I did come to the live, although I couldn't stay very long. And I appreciate you guys not doing what I did. I didn't stay any very long. But, but you know what else I like too? I like that you played some music in between, Aussie. You let us see those talents. And so that was good. That was good. Are you still here, Miss Marie? I think that's what is you call it, Gia. Yeah, I was wondering who was all here. If you can, guys, let me know who's here. Just kind of say hi again. Yeah, you can for those of us now, not all it's not 100% because other people thought they had pulled the wool over my eyes, but they didn't. And it goes back to what AQT said before, you can't hide your mental illness for long. When she asked me the question, and I was saying you can't handle, you can't hide it for long. You can't hide who you are for long. Keep on communicating. We'll see, because I think we all have been through that where someone has come to our channel, live, whatever, and we want to believe that everybody comes with good intentions, but they don't. Just keep your eyes open, like we were discussing AQT. Just keep your eyes open. People will reveal themselves. And if they don't want to do me any harm, I just, sit back, until you try to, come at me. Long as you just can't come on my channel with an agenda. And so it's easy to see that some people are just, and you can reflect who they are by visiting their channel. You know, you can tell some people are messy. Now, when it comes to certain subjects, and I'm just transparent, and if there's a topic, I will hide some things, but I will tell this person what, like I said, wasn't worth the salt you put in bread. I don't take it back, and I mean that. So So Ossie is saying, cheers to AQT. I like you guys' friendship. I really do. I like your friendship and that you guys are, go on each other's channel and support. But guys, I am going to end this live unless somebody want to come on and say a quick story. But I come on live every day at 4, except for Sundays. So if your notification is acting up, just know that I'm here at 4 unless something's on my community post. So if it's a day that you don't see me and it's 4:30, check my community post, and I've something on my community post to let you know. But I pray that everyone right now, the sound of my voice, stays safe. I pray that no harm will come to anyone. I pray that you will prosper spiritually and financially, emotionally, and mentally. And may the angels surround you, protect you. And I do believe in angels. I have said my angel encounter. I do believe we have guardian angels. Thank you, Ossie. Ossie says, thank you for a wonderful chat, Marilyn. God bless. God bless you too, Ossie. You cool. You are real cool with me, and keep on doing what you're doing. I'll be back to your live. And like I said, I'm expecting to hear that music too. I really like the way you kind of put that in your lives, kind of break it up with that. Unfortunately, you guys do not want me to sing. I'm not bad certain songs, but I wouldn't, I wouldn't make a living. I'd starve to death. But AQT says, thank you, Ossie and Miss Marilyn. Kindness needs to spread faster. This is how we can do it. Much love, everyone. Yes, I agree totally. Respect each other. Um, those I cannot respect will be blocked. Because everybody don't need to be on your channel, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna end this now. And like I said, I just pray over you guys and your families and the people who you love, that they will prosper in all areas. God bless you all. And this is the end of the live for today. Okay, talk to you later. Bye bye.